A new report suggesting the UK could achieve significantly stronger economic growth if it found a way to stay within Europe's single market. Although Britain has taken the decision to leave the 28-country political union, some experts say it may be possible for the UK to remain part of the EU's tariff-free trading bloc. This research is coming from the Institute for Fiscal Studies, who says over the medium to long term, Britain's GDP or growth could be 4% higher if it stayed within the single market. The IFS says there's a huge difference between full membership and bilateral access to the club. It argues membership reduces non-tariff barriers like customs checks in a way that narrow free trade deals cannot. But remaining in the trading bloc is looking increasingly difficult. Last month, British Prime Minister Theresa May pledged to deliver some control on the free movement of people. But of course, this could risk breaching one of the key pillars of the EU's single market. Well, I'm joined by Peter Bishop, who's Deputy Chief Executive of the London Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Morning.
So what do you make of this report?
Well, my first sight of it is that it is a realistic take on what is facing us over the next X years. I can't argue with the fact that we are next door to a market, 435 million people. It's a customs union. There's a level of harmonisation in goods that we sell and indeed services that we sell into the market. It's got a massive spending power. So the businesses that I speak to, when you ask them what do you want to replace the single market with your biggest market next door, the answer is something as similar to that as possible.
I know for many businesses in the UK, this is their biggest concern right now. What will it be like, the Brexit story, once we have started to negotiate Article 50, for example, and all that's still to come. One of the key issues is the movement of people, which is one of the most controversial, but from the point of view of the European Union, Angela Merkel and the like, it's one of the most important pillars to preserve. How do we negotiate that point?
Well, it is a challenging one. The sort of import I would make, which I'm sure the government is thinking of now, is that when the Treaty of Rome was signed in 1957, those four pillars were the movement of goods, services, capital, and yes, people. But people was slightly an adjunct to that, and the world has changed massively since then. The freedom of movement of goods, services and capital was given a fillip by the UK government back in the 80s, so that 1992 became the target date for the completion of the single market, this single market that we're all speaking about so much now. But the people element of it wasn't the driving force that it is now. The world has evolved, it's moved on, it's changed massively since then, and we've got to get that argument over to them.
If we don't succeed getting that argument over to them, we could be in a scenario where we don't have some sort of special deal or relationship, as it were. What will that mean for many of your members of the Chamber of Commerce? Well,
this is just about access to that market then. I'm not saying we can't live with it, but it is not the favoured approach. There is a world outside the EU 27 as it is now. We're taking a delegation to the UAE, to Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Sharjah in about 2 weeks' time. It's the biggest trade delegation we've ever taken, and funnily enough, it's a pan-European one led by the UK.